Fill my cup, O Lord. Fill my cup, O Lord. The Lord is the God of abundance. He's the God of overflowing blessings. The Lord gives us all that we need and much more. In the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 3, it says, according to his divine power, has given us all things to pertain unto life and godliness. According as his divine power has given us, or given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of him that has called us to glory and virtue. So God has given us everything we need for life and godliness. God's desire is to bless his children with abundance. The heart of God is to pour upon his children abundance and also an overflow. In Malachi chapter 3 verse 10, God says, test me now and see if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive it. I will pour out a blessing unto you that there shall not be room enough to receive it. That is the mindset of God, to bless his children abundantly, above and beyond. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 6 verse 38, Jesus says, give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over. So you can see the theme in all the scriptures I just read. Running over, overflowing blessing is what is in the mind of God to give his children. Now, in the book of Psalm 23 verse 5, that is where I'm going to read only. Psalm 23 verse 5, David, who is the writer of this psalm, says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. My cup runs over. My cup runneth over. So the same thing is seen here also, that David says that God, you will bless me. Not only will you bless me, but your blessing upon my life will be overflowing. Now the question to ask is this: what could have happened if David did not have a cup? Have you ever asked yourself this question? What could have happened if David did not have a cup? Would there have been an overflow of whatever it is? And the answer to that question, of course not. There will have been nothing without a cup for God to bless for it to come and overflow. Are you with me?
Amen.
Whatever we come with to God, that is what He's going to use to bless us and for it to become an overflow in our lives. Now, the other question is, what is a cup? Fill my cup. What is a cup? What is a cup? A cup is your God-given abilities. Whatever God has given to you as your ability, that is your cup. A cup is what God has purposed for you. What God has purposed for you, that is your cup. What God has purposed individually for you and not for somebody else, that is your cup. What God has ordained for you, that is your cup. A cup is our normal portion in life that God gives to each man and woman as He pleases. Your normal portion that God has given to you, has given to me as He pleases, that is my cup. Are you with me? That is my cup. Whatever God has given to you, that is your cup. Now, in relation to cup, there are 6 categories of people in life. And I want you to find where you belong in these 6 categories. Please follow me. In relation to cup, there are six categories of people in life, and I want you to identify which category you belong. In relation to cup, 1, the number 1 category of people are those who have not located their cup. Are you with me?
Amen.
Those who have not located their cup. If you understand what a cup means, if you understand the definition of a cup, there are those who have not located their cup. These are people who have not recognized what their cup is. They have not recognized what their cup is. Therefore, because they have not recognized what their cup is, in the midst of abundance, they are starving. In the midst of abundance, these people, because they have not recognized their cup, they are starving. In the midst of fruitfulness, they are lacking. These are people that grow in darkness in the midst of light. They grow in darkness in the midst of light because they have not been able to identify in their life what their cup is. These are people that are unable to find stability and success in life. They try everything they can. They try any new trend they can because they have not been able to identify what their cup is. So in reality, they have nothing for God to use to bless them because they have not been able to locate their cup. And if you are in this category, what you need to do is to cry out to God to help you to locate your cup. Are you with me? If you are in this category, you need to cry out to God to help you to locate your cup. The second people are those whose cup has cracked or has broken. 6 categories of people in life. Those whose cups have cracked or have broken. Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 13. Jeremiah calls it, or the Lord, it's the Lord speaking. He calls it broken crystals that can hold no water. Those people that come to God with a broken cup. They come to God with a cracked cup. He said, for my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, a fountain of living waters, and hewed them out crystals, broken crystals that can hold no water. Broken crystals that can hold no water. These are people whose lives, when your cup is broken or cracked, these are people whose lives are married in leakage. Their lives are married in leakage. Whatever comes into their lives, they lose it. They can't keep it. They are unable to hold anything tangible. They are unable to hold anything good. Whatever blessings come into them because their cup is cracked, it slips out. It slips away. Amen. Because their cup is broken, they are unable to hold anything that the Lord gives them. They have broken marriages, broken relationships, whatever they enter, broken. Why? Because their cup is cracked or their cup is broken. And if you are in this category, you need to cry out to God and go to the potter. Go to the potter, like the book of Jeremiah says, go to the potter who is God, so he can mend your cracked cup. Are you with me? Amen. The third group of people are those whose cups are dry, empty, neither full, empty cups. Empty cups. Those whose cups are dry, empty. These are the people, including Christians, who have the wealth of this world, perfect marriage, perfect children, good health, and everything else, but they are not happy. Empty. They have everything, you may say, going on with them, with their life, but deep down, these people are dependent on substance to help them go through the day. They're not happy. So when you look at them from the But in reality, is that they have nothing going on because it's only a shred or a shroud. Their lives are empty. And if you're in this category, you need to cry to God to fill the emptiness that is in your life. You need to cry out to God to fill the emptiness that is there, because your cup is empty. The fourth category of people in relation to cup, those whose cups have been stolen. Those whose cups have been stolen. These are people out of carelessness have allowed the thief to steal from them. Out of carelessness, they have allowed the greatest robber, the greatest thief, to steal from them. These are people that have lost valuable things in their lives. Their lives are filled with chaos and confusion. These are people that are unable to find a footing. They are unable to find stability or bearing in life. Unable. Everything they lose. And if care is not taken, they might even lose their salvation, but thank God for Jesus. Because of carelessness. And if you are in this category, I would suggest to you, you go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 16. And hear what God says to you. Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 16. And he says, I will seek that which was lost and bring again that which was driven away. I will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment. So they have to call on God to help them recover those things which they have lost. Help God to recover their cup. Their cup. The fifth category of people in relation to cup are those whose cups are dirty, unusable. Those people whose cups are dirty, unusable. These are people that live in a life of sin and perversion. These are people that have corrupted their ways. Their way is a way of corruption. Their life is life of corruption. These are people that lie and cheat to move ahead in life. These are the people that will swindle people, cheat people, lie, do all manner of evil to get ahead in life on the expense of their life, their soul, and somebody else. The good thing about your cup being dirty is that your cup can be made clean again if they can call on the Lord to cleanse every dirt, every dirty things that are in their lives, and He will do it. And the sixth category of people in relation to cup is those that have recognized and they are in possession of their cups. These are people that have identified their cup and they have it. They've not allowed the enemy to steal their cup from them. They know how to keep their cup clean, and they are blessed upon blessing by the Lord. These are people that know what to do in life using what God has given to them. Are you with me? Amen. And these people are in pursuit of what God has given to them. They're not looking no left, they're not looking no right. They're in pursuit of their God-given purpose in life because they have come to identify what God has given to them. So they are the people that look unto God for directions in every area of their lives. And these are people that have an overflow joy overflowing. These are people that have love overflowing. And then the love and the joy that they have is not based on material base. It's because of the abundance that God has given to them, and then you see them bubbling from inside out because they have been able to identify who they are, what they have, and their purpose here on earth. They have been able to identify it. So they're not looking at anything to make them happy because they know the joy of the Lord is their strength. They know where their peace comes from. They know where their joy comes from. They know where their happiness comes from. So everything about them is oozing out. It's overflowing because these people have been able to identify who they are and what God has given to them. So they may not have everything of the world, but they are content with what they have, and their cup is always overflowing. Are you with me? Now, there are some cups, even though you identified your cup, there are some cups which will never run over. There are some cups which will never experience an overflow. And the question now becomes, what will make a cup of a person not to experience an overflow? What will make a cup of a person not to experience an overflow? What will? Our cup is supposed to overflow according to God's word. But there are times that cup of a person may not experience this overflow based on some things. Number one, hindrances to cup overflow. One, taking the cup to the wrong source. Taking the cup to the wrong source. Well, let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 1 to 11. It's a long scripture, but I really need to read this. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verses 1 to 11. Taking your cup to the wrong source. And it is, I said in my heart, go to now, I will prove thee with mirth, that is joy. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what doeth it? I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life. I made me great works, and builded me houses, and planted me vineyards, and made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits, and made me pools of water to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maidens, and had servant born in my house. Also I had great of possession of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem above and before me. Then verse 8 says, I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings, and all of the provinces. I got me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments, and that of all sorts. So I was great, and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me, and whatsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands have wrought, and all the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. When you take your cup to the wrong source, taking your cup to the wrong source is taking your cup to the world to be filled with worldly pleasures. Taking your cup to the world to be filled with worldly pleasures, you will never be able to have an overflow. Trying to find satisfaction in the things of the world, trying to find happiness and joy in the things of the world, will never fill your cup. People have tried all kinds of things to find pleasure. That's why I read the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2. They have tried all kinds of things to find pleasure and satisfaction, and they find out it does not last. Some have tried drugs, some have tried alcohol, some have tried making more money, having more possession, buying more stuff. Some have tried to fulfill their laws and their fantasies, whatever it is, and still they come up empty and disappointed. Amen. Why? Because they have gone to the wrong source to find joy and happiness and to have their cup filled. It is only in God can a man find satisfaction. Amen. Did you hear me? Yes. It is only in God can a man find satisfaction. Psalm 107 verse 9 says, for he satisfieth the longing soul. God is the only one that can satisfy the longing soul, and he's the only one that can fill the hungry soul with goodness. Anything else apart from God is a source of disappointment and letdown. No man's cup can ever be filled. If you take it to the world for them to fill it for you, you will be high temporarily, but you will come crashing down. Amen. Very soon. Amen. But if you desire a lasting satisfaction, if you desire a lasting joy and peace, only God can give it to you. Because he's the one that satisfies a longing soul. And he's the one that fills the hungry soul with goodness. And Psalm 16 verse 11 says this also to buttress what Psalm 107 says. Psalm 16 verse 11, it says, thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. In your presence is fullness of joy. And your right hand, there are pleasures for evermore. Any man that desires to have his or her cup filled, you need to take your cup and give it to him to fill it for you. Amen. Anything else apart from God is a place of disappointment that you will receive. Amen. The second hindrance to an overflowing of people's cup, your cup will never be filled if you're a discontent person. Discontentment. A discontented soul never have enough. Are you with me? Because there are a lot of people that are, well, I mean, there are a lot of people that are never satisfied with what they have. They can never be happy. There is no peace in them. Put them in the Garden of Eden, they will say find problem in the Garden of Eden to complain. They will find fault in everything. They are not contented. These are people, when you have your soul not contented with what you have, you will never have enough. Amen. You will be like the grave that will say, not enough. You will never have enough if you have a spirit of discontentment. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6 says, godliness with contentment is what? Great gain. Godliness with contentment is great gain, which means it's an overflowing of blessing. Amen. Are you with me? Amen. 1 Timothy 6:6. Godliness with contentment is great gain. If you want your cup to experience an overflow, be content. Amen. With what you have. Amen. If you understand the definition of a cup, if you understand the definition of a cup, you will understand that that is the portion that God has given to you. You need to be content with it, because if not, the third thing that will happen to you, you will never have enough because of what? Envy. Amen. Because of envy. The third point, envy. Envy. A person who has envious eyes, envious mode or motive, envious mind can never have an overflowing blessing in their life. Never. Because what an envy person do is that they take their eyes of what they have and they put it on somebody else and claim and want what that person also has. Amen. They will never be able to have enough. Are you with me? Amen. Envy people are well satisfied with what they have right now until someone else has more. They are satisfied. It's okay until somebody else has more that they do and they cannot bear it. They can't bear it. If they see somebody else in a better position than they are, they will love to bring the person down to their level. Why? Because they can't bear it. You will never have a cup overflowing if you have such spirits in you.
Amen.
As long as you envy someone or what they have, your cup will never experience an overflow. Did you hear me?
Amen.
Will never. Some cups, let me move on, will never run over, experience an overflow because of unbelief. The fourth one, unbelief. You can't get to the condition of David while you have doubt. You can't. The reason why is this: David said, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want or lack." The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not lack. When you look at it critically, study it critically. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, I shall not lack. Which means that he has no fears. Because why? He has made his Lord his shepherd.
Amen.
He has no apprehension. This person has no apprehension because he has made God his shepherd. If God does not come through, oh well, that belongs to him, not me, because I've made him my shepherd.
Amen. That's right.
So this person has no doubt at all in his heart because he has already proclaimed that the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. That speaks of someone who has a total trust and belief in God's ability to come through. Because a doubter, somebody that doubts, a doubter can never receive any good thing from God. If you want an overflow blessing, you cannot come to God and doubt his ability to make your cup to overflow. You can't. You can't. And I know a lot of people struggle in this area, and that is the reason why, if you look at everything critically about yourself and then also just examine yourself, you say, okay, where along did I miss the point, miss the mark? Where did I? It's not about coming to church. No, it's not about that. Because God's desire, like I said earlier, is to bless his people with abundance. But you need to position yourself to receive it. I know who you are to receive it. I know what cup that you have. You cannot go and take somebody else's cup. You're a thief. If you take my cup, you have stolen my cup. You are a thief. And God can never bless that cup because it doesn't belong to you. Are you with me? So God can only bless that which belongs to you. Make sure your cup is clean. If you need to wipe it with the blood of Jesus, but make it clean so God can pour upon your cup an overflowing of his blessing upon you.
Amen.
Mind what is yours.
Amen.
Mind what is yours. Don't look critically at another person's cup. If they have a big cup, glory be to God for them. But don't look at their cup and say, you know what, I want the same cup that they have. No, this is not how God works.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
So, brethren, for our cup to run over, let us have faith in God. You see, having Christ in your life, you have everything in Him.
Amen.
If the cup you are bringing to God is inadequate, if the cup is small, because sometimes you can bring a teacup, a tiny teacup, whatever you bring, that is what God will fill it.
Yes.
Whatever you bring to Him, that's what He's going to use. He's not going to produce a bigger cup and give you. But you can tell God to enlarge your cup and bring it to Him. Are you with me? And He will fill it. Tell Him to enlarge your cup. So if I bring my own cup, because God has enlarged my cup, do not envy me.
All right now. All right now.
Don't envy me. If you bring your own cup because you ask Him to enlarge your cup, trust me, I will not envy you.
Amen.
I'll be happy for you.
Amen.
But it's your right. Jabez asked God, enlarge my coast, and God answered him. Ask God to enlarge your cup. So you can have more. Of His blessing. Amen. Brethren, this is how you can have your cup filled by the Lord. And you become, and listen to me, when your cup overflows, there will be people around you that will become beneficiaries of the overflow blessing. There will be people around you. When there's an overflow, it's not for you to say, no. There will be people around you that will benefit from that overflow. If you have a cup and a saucer, if you're pouring tea or coffee and it starts to overflow, don't go and lick up the overflow from the saucer. Give it to somebody else. God bless you.